Come along on a tour of Germany's UNESCO World Heritage Sites from the air. The prehistoric pile dwellings around the Alps. These remains of settlements from the Mesolithic and Bronze Age were named a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 2011. Across the Alps, there are a total of 111 archaeological excavations of pile dwellings. In Unteruldingen on Lake Constance, one of these settlements has been reconstructed. It provides a glimpse into what life was like for early hunter-gatherers and fishermen, and what they would trade with at the time. The Margravial Opera House in Bayreuth is a showcase masterpiece of Baroque theater architecture. The Opera House has remained almost completely unchanged since it was opened in 1784. The highlight of this wooden box theater, with painted canvas backdrops, is its lavishly stuccoed, carved, and painted interior decoration. Commissioned by Margravine Wilhelmina von Brandenburg-Kulmbach, it was designed by Giuseppe Galli Bibbiena, one of the leading theater architects in his day. Our next stop on this drone flight is Kassel. Rising high up above the city, Wilhelmshöhe Park is one of Europe's largest hillside parks. Construction on this Baroque landscaped garden started in 1696, and the palace was home to the landgraves and princes of Hesse-Kassel. Kassel's most famous landmark is the mighty statue of Hercules. At 70 meters in height, Hercules has an unparalleled view of the park and the city below. On we go, our next destination being Höchste, where the former Benedictine monastery of Corvey became the 39th location in Germany to be awarded the UNESCO World Heritage title. Founded by French Benedictine monks in 822, this former abbey is over 1,200 years old. Corvey soon became a popular place of pilgrimage and is regarded as one of the most important monastic foundations of medieval Germany. The Carolingian westwork on the church facade is almost perfectly preserved. The historical Speicherstadt and Kontorhaus district in Hamburg, as well as the famous Chile House, have also been named a World Heritage Site. Built on 3.5 million oak piles, the Speicherstadt is a historical collection of warehouses that provided storage space for merchants to keep their goods in the 19th century. Coffee, tea, and spices were mostly stored here. The office buildings, known as Kontorhäuser, are also part of this World Heritage Site. The most famous Kontorhaus is the Chile House, built in the 1920s. Next up is the Weissenhof housing estate in Stuttgart. Two model houses designed by Le Corbusier, known as one of the most influential city planners for modernist architecture, can be found here. A total of 17 of Le Corbusier's buildings in 7 different countries were named World Heritage Sites. We're in the Swabian Jura now, where 6 caves from the Ice Age revealed a stunning discovery: the oldest figurative art made by humans. 6 caves have revealed some items that are more than 40,000 years old. The caves in the Swabian Jura and the Ice Age art found within them were made a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2017. In 2018, the archaeological border complex of Haithabu and the Dannevirke fortification line were added to UNESCO's list. Some of the best preserved archaeological material from the Viking Age was found in the remains of the trading town of Haithabu. Haithabu was one of the most important settlements and a trading hub in Northern Europe. At the Open Air Museum, you can see what life was like for the Vikings more than 1,000 years ago.
They were surrounded by nature, but they lived alongside it. They were really observant, and they really knew how to use the materials available, and how to make use of them to create things, like houses, ships, wagons, silk. And they also produced so many different things, it's difficult to grasp for us today.
7 houses of the former wealthy trading town have been reconstructed, true to the original. As Haithabu was located on the Schleswig Isthmus, it had access to the Baltic Sea as well as being close to the North Sea. This strategic location made it the perfect place for trading with weapons, precious metals, and fur.
Behind me is Haithabu, the Viking settlement from the 9th, 10th and 11th centuries. At first glance, you might miss it as it's just a green meadow now, but the real treasures are hidden beneath the earth. And here behind us, you won't find a single square centimetre that doesn't contain archaeological findings. We like to say Haithabu is archaeologically contaminated.
The Dannevirke, which stretches for 30 kilometers, is also considered one of the most important archaeological testaments to the Viking Age. The line of fortification is more than 1,000 years old and consists of walls, earthworks, and ditches. It was built to protect the Jutland Peninsula from attacks. Naumburg Cathedral was also named a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2018. The cathedral was built in the 13th century and is an outstanding example of late Romanesque architecture. Here, Nikolaus von Amsdorf was appointed as the first German Protestant bishop by Martin Luther in 1542. Another cross-border World Heritage Site is the Erzgebirge mining region, located between Germany's southeast and the Czech Republic's northwest. For more than 800 years, this mining region was an important source of silver ore, tin, and uranium. The historic hammer mill, called Frohnauer Hammer, produced tools for mining and agricultural work until 1904. After it was closed, it became Germany's first museum for smithery. The last destination is the city of Augsburg in Bavaria. It's located at the convergence of the alpine rivers of Lech and Wertach. Here, people learned to make use of water resources a long time ago. An elaborate canal system supplied the city with drinking and service water. This led to an economic boom. There are numerous fountains and canals in the city's old town. The waterworks at the Red Gate are proof of how intertwined Augsburg's history is with water. For almost 500 years, it supplied drinking water to the city. The Hoch-Ablass Waterworks started operating in 1879, providing clean drinking water via cast iron pipes to the city's households. Augsburg's water management system served as a model across Europe. And this is where we conclude our drone flight across Germany's World Heritage Sites.